Jonathan, what a successful week. Could you have expected it to go all so well?
To expect is difficult, really, because you always plan for the best. But it's like we've been trying to teach the kids, that life and football is a game of inches. It's a game of inches, it's a game of minutes, it's a game of seconds. 1 minute all goes so well, and the next minute it doesn't, it all goes bad for you. And it's just a question of trying to teach them that hard work and sacrifice and dedication, it gets you good results and it gets you places.
Take us through the 3 games. Did you feel in control at all times?
The game plan was pretty much the same for all 3 of them. We tried to tell the kids, look, for the first 10 minutes, we'll sort of sit back in a mid-block and sort of wait and see what the opponent is going to do, how they're going to approach the game, and then try and grow into the game as the minutes went along. Once we were settled in, we tried to tell them, look, now it's our time to practice all those concepts that we've done in training, and start playing some football out from the back and up the field and have a bit of possession. And I always told them, if you're in the game in the last 10 minutes, then there's a chance. And the game plans went to perfection.
Well, the performances were there for everyone to see. As head coach, does this give you even greater pride as you can see the youngsters buying into your philosophy and the values you're trying to impress on them and showing them this on the pitch?
For us, it was all about not just the personal goals and the personal beliefs. We tried to teach them that in football it is a team effort, and common beliefs and common values is what's going to get you the results. So to be successful like we were, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
At the centre of it all is maintaining the players' focus on their education, working closely with the schools and having a teacher travel with the squad to the tournament in Malta also. Has it been easy to ensure the players do not lose their focus on their schoolwork whilst also preparing for international football and tournaments?
What I've been trying to teach them is the fact that everything that we do off the pitch is interrelated to what happens on the pitch. So everything that happens in school has an effect on what we do on the pitch as well. So things like punctuality, hard work in school, discipline, misbehavior, all these things have an effect on the game, because what you do in school you can also do out on the pitch. So imagine if you have misbehavior on the pitch, you get a yellow or red card. That's not what we need really. So the kids have begun to understand that life off the pitch is just as important as life on the pitch.
Explain to us, for those who don't know, how a UEFA Development Tournament works. You take a squad of 20 players and each player has to play a certain amount of minutes across the 3 games, with officials monitoring this at all times. How else does it work?
The idea is you pick up 20 players and take them over, and over the length of 3 games they've got to play a minimum of 90 minutes. Because the name of the tournament says it all, it's development, and for a player to develop he needs to be out on the pitch and playing football. And this is one of their ways of ensuring that the players are out there practicing the sport that they love, and that's how they're going to get better, by practicing and by playing international football. So it was ideal because they all knew that they had to perform and they had to provide a performance on the pitch. Not just thinking, I want to go to this tournament and it's going to be a bit of a holiday and I'm just going to sit back and relax and someone else is going to get the minutes. It's not what it's meant to be.
This must make it even harder for a coach, as you have to plan for all 3 matches and ensure each player is used properly. Did it give you many sleepless nights?
When you get there, the first night is always sleepless. You try and plan everything so that the boys have a good chance of performing well in the first game. But when the results start going your way, after the second game, when we realized, look, we're just 1 win away from winning a development tournament away from home and making history, I think if I got 2 or 3 hours of sleep every night, it was a lot, because you want to really get it right for them more than anything. And I guess it worked out in the end. It worked out because all the analysis worked well, all the game plans went well, the substitutions, everything went well for us. So yeah.
What impression did you get and take away from our opponents in Malta, both on and off the pitch, and how does that compare to our team?
The good thing about this one was the 3 teams were different on the field of play. Malta came out all guns blazing, tried to beat us. Liechtenstein were different in their approach. They were more defensive, very disciplined. And San Marino was completely different altogether, because by the time the third game came around, we realized that they were starting to respect us a lot because of what they had seen us do in the prior two games. So on the pitch, it was impressive that these teams were actually starting to respect us a lot. And off the pitch was amazing, because these kids, they were acting like winners all the time, and very, very professional, very, very well behaved off the pitch, and I can't complain about anything they've done. It's an amazing experience.
And lastly, describe your feelings as a winning coach when the final whistle went after securing the win against San Marino, making Gibraltar's under-16 the tournament winners.
We introduced some rules before the tournament, and one of them was that at the end of every game we were going to go and respect the opposition. We're going to respect the opposing coaches and respect the officials. So I told them, whatever happens, win or lose, the first thing we do is we go and shake hands with everyone, and then we go and do whatever we need to do and celebrate. Obviously it was something that's indescribable, and we all started jumping around in the center of the pitch celebrating. But when the players went off, for me personally, I went off to the side and I had tears in my eyes, because it was that emotional. It was a very long week, and it was emotional. But yeah, very, very happy indeed.